Hey everyone, I'm Joe and today it's time for me to talk about my 2015 reflections and my 2016 goals. 2015 was a really good year, both in a personal sense and booktube related. I feel as though I got some really good things achieved in the year overall, and indeed I'll talk about those now as I reflect back on the goals that I set for myself last year. The first of which being my Goodreads goal, which was 100 books. I honestly didn't really expect to achieve this, as the previous year I'd only read 60 books, so it's quite a jump. But amazingly, I actually did. I read 114 in total, which was really a surprise because that is a lot of books. I mean, I'm a fast reader, but sometimes I obviously have the same as everybody, and 114 just seems a lot for me, really, personally. So I'm quite pleased with that. The second goal was to read more important, significant or influential books within the science fiction and fantasy genre, which is why I created my SF reading project and indeed the tag which I've been using on Twitter. This has also been quite successful, I think. Several of my top books of 2015 happened to be part of that project, and basically I read some truly brilliant books as part of these. Books that were both just brilliantly well written, had some amazing ideas, and indeed, as I said, really influential within both science fiction and fantasy, and really sort of brought the genre and certain ideas forward in noticeable steps, I think. And I'm very happy with it. My third goal was diversity in regards to author gender. In 2014, I realised that my gender diversity was actually really bad. It was 91% male authors and 9% female, which was frankly awful. So I wanted to improve basically that percentage of male to female authors. And I'm happy to say, yet again, I've been successful. I've now got only 82% male and 18% female. So I've doubled the percentage of female authors that I've read in the year, which I'm quite happy about. And yeah, I'm just really glad of that. My fourth goal was quite simple, and it was just to simply write more consistently. And this was a complete and utter failure. I basically didn't write a thing. I wrote a few notes down and a few ideas on, and that's pretty much it. Mainly because at the start of the year, I just didn't feel in the mood to write. And frankly, I didn't feel as though I was able to write at the time. I wanted to read and give myself more experience with certain ideas and concepts a bit more, frankly. And then maybe in this year, or it could even be another year, I feel as though I've actually read enough to be able to write what I want. The fifth goal was in regards to book buying, and that is to complete certain author and series collections that I've got behind me. This, I obviously didn't complete all of the various author and series because I've got an awful lot of them, but I've completed some of them, and frankly I'm just happy with this because some of them were, it was just bugging me that I've got one or two missing books of several odd series here and there, and indeed I've still got missing books of series here and there, but less of them, so I'm happy. So overall, I've been pretty successful with most of the things I've set out to do, and now I'll talk about the things that I plan to do in 2016. There are less of them than last year's goals. Now the first thing is I'm not doing the Goodreads reading challenge, so I'm not doing any set amount of books to read for the year. This may be surprising to people, something that I've been thinking about for a while, and frankly the reason is actually quite simple. I only set the 100 books for last year purely out of curiosity to see if it was actually able to be done. And even if I had failed, which I didn't, obviously I was successful, amazingly, I wouldn't have cared. I satisfied my own curiosity that it could be done, or indeed it could even happen. So there's nothing else to prove to anybody else, because the challenge is not a competition, and indeed it's not any sort of personal achievement of mine. You know, I've done it once, and that's enough. You know, I'm happy with it. There's no point. The first proper goal is to read more short fiction. I used to read short fiction many years ago. I'm talking 9 or 10 years ago now, and for some reason I just sort of stopped, and I haven't read anything significant in short fiction in nearly a decade. I want to fix this, and indeed I've already begun to fix it because I've already taken out a magazine subscription to the Clarkesworld magazine, which I'm going to be obviously reading every month. I'll be doing a monthly video about it throughout the year. And indeed, as the year goes on, I might even take out a second magazine subscription, but this is very sort of uncertain because of course this depends on various sort of circumstances and indeed how busy I am with real life everyday stuff, so this varies. But the Clarkesworld is definitely going to go ahead, and I'll get to experience short fiction finally, which I've been dying to do for a while, and I blame / thank Rachel for this because she sort of motivated me to finally get around to reading this. The second proper goal is related to book buying. I bought 101 books in 2015. In 2014, the year before, I had bought about 15-ish more books, so I've actually bought less books. And basically I want to continue that trend. I want to buy slightly less books again if possible. But if that fails, I want to at least limit it to no more than what I've already bought. So I want to buy at least less than 101. So 100 or less basically. If I can achieve that, I'll be happy, because I do buy an awful lot of books, which whilst I can afford it, obviously, it's still a bit excessive, and so I just want to reduce it a little bit, frankly. The third goal is indeed a continuation of one of the others, and that is the diversity goal. I want to improve that ratio of male to female more. I want to have the 82% lower and the 18% female percentage to be higher. If I could get to 75-25% by the end of the year, that would be good. I don't think I'll ever have it dead even, because frankly some of my favourite authors happen to be male, like Terry Pratchett and Philip K. Dick, but I do have some favourite authors who happen to be female, so it will be slightly more even in time, which I'm really dying to see. So with that said, that's pretty much it. Let me know what your goals for 2016 are, and indeed how successful you were with your 2015 goals. I'm always interested to see. And obviously if you've done a video about it, then please feel free to link that in your comment as well, and I'll have a look at that. And with that said, that is it. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you another day. Bye for now.